Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup. This week we have a bunch of businessy news. We've got Sephora and Revlon in the news this week. We also have some new celebrity brands that are hitting the market, including Idris Elba, which I'm real excited about. And then, of course, Product Report is filled with all kinds of interesting things. We have a BTS collab. We have all kinds of new products from really exciting one from e.l.f. and a whole bunch of other brands. So hang tight, we're getting into it right now. In 2022, taking a political stance as a brand is something that a lot of brands are doing. But what we don't really know a lot of times is what the intent is behind that political stance. Is it because they genuinely care about that political stance? Or is it because they think that their customers will agree with that stance and they want to drive business? But all we can do as customers is kind of put the context clues together and try to figure out whether we think the intent is where we want it to be. So Sephora, back in March, they closed all of their 88 stores in Russia due to the war in Ukraine. Sephora had stated at the time, quote, "Given our increasing concerns about the current context and the complexity to operate, we will suspend our activity in Russia until further notice. We will close our stores and e-commerce within the next 24 hours. The safety of our local teams is our priority, and we will continue to support them in this difficult time." What happened this past week is that Sephora agreed to sell their shares of their stores to the general manager in Russia, so there won't be any more Sephora stores in the country. The company said that the transaction was the best way to ensure the continuity of activity for Sephora's 1,200 employees in Russia. Once that transaction happens, the Sephora stores will become Île de Beauté, and hopefully my French is okay. It means island beauty in English. But this is the kicker. This is the interesting part where we may have a clue as to the intention. According to their website, this Île de Beauté brand, Sephora and LVMH own them. They acquired the name of the retail network in 2016 after having bought a minority stake in 2008. And according to Reuters, the stores began being rebranded as Sephora in Russia in 2018. So really they're just reverting back to their old name before they became Sephora's. So I don't really understand how they're selling their shares. Like there's something missing here because they're selling their shares to what they call the general manager in Russia, but like I'm so confused. There's something missing here because it sounds like they're selling it, but at the same time, the company owns the place that they're selling it to. It's just really freaking weird. So Global Cosmetics News, which is a beauty news outlet, they speculate that the move is due to Russia recently announcing plans to seize the assets of foreign businesses that are against the war, which they're not calling a war. I think they're still calling it just like a conflict. And then a lot of companies are saying that they are pulling out of the Russian market because of that. So maybe this is a way to still sell in Russia, but not have it be an American brand. I don't know. There's something missing, but it definitely seems like this is a business move rather than a moral compass move. So I figured I would let you know the background behind it so you can decide for yourself. A big story in past weeks is Revlon declaring bankruptcy. There have been rumors of them being bought by an Indian company. There's definitely some shuffling going around as far as their finances because they owe a total of $3.3 billion and that is coming due soon. So one of the things they're trying to do to lower that debt is they're trying to get rid of their lease in New York City. They have office and retail spots at 200 Park Avenue South. That's the home to Elizabeth Arden. That's where they have their Elizabeth Arden salon. They have a store. They have offices there, and they're hoping to end their lease early because it costs $17 million to stay there. It is a 46,000 square foot spot in the middle of New York City, so that makes sense. I wish Revlon all the best of luck. I'm still rooting for the brand to somehow find their footing and get themselves back. We shall see. The brand Smashbox. I have not seen them really release anything of note recently where I'm excited about it. There was a time when Smashbox was releasing things that were pretty cool, pretty mainstream, people were excited. I haven't seen that in a while. But a lot of people were very excited when they took over some of the Becca products when Becca closed. It looks like, though, that's not really saving the brand. It's definitely not saving them in the UK and Ireland. They announced this week that, quote, an accumulation of challenges has sadly been more than our business can withstand, and we've had to make the heartbreaking decision to no longer accept orders in the UK and Ireland beginning September 29th, 2022. Gift cards can no longer be purchased. If existing gift card balances will be honored until the end of September. So if you are in those countries, you still have gift cards, you'll want to make sure you use them. Now, Smashbox is owned by Estee Lauder, and I also noticed that another Estee Lauder brand made a very similar announcement, and that is GlamGlow. They have the exact same date of pulling out of those countries. And the last brand in business news this week is one very different, and it is Tom Ford. And it isn't just the beauty department, it is the entire brand. And the rumor is, reported by Bloomberg, that they are working with Goldman Sachs to get a valuation for the brand for potential sale. And part of that sale may be, like part of their marketing may be to actually continue to work with Tom Ford in order to continue to build the brand. Bloomberg estimates that the brand is valued at, quote, several $billions, but that's kind of all we know right now. And Bloomberg did contact Tom Ford and Goldman Sachs, and they did not respond for comment. So I'll keep you posted. And now moving on to celebrity news, starting with the one that I am most excited about. Idris Elba and his wife Sabrina just came out with a new skincare line. It is called Sable Labs or Sable Labs. It is Elba's spelled backwards, and I haven't heard anybody actually say it out loud yet. So hopefully I'm saying it okay, because there's an apostrophe there, because if it was Sable, then it wouldn't have an apostrophe. So I'm gonna say Sable. Which doesn't really roll off the tongue very well, but I digress. So one thing that they're doing is they're not doing his and hers branding, even though that would be easy to do because they are a his and hers couple. They're doing a gender neutral branding, and basically they're using the marketing of our skin is our skin and everybody can benefit from good high quality skincare. It's the idea of looking after yourself so that you can look after others and intentionally sharing moments with the people around you. So they are releasing 3 products. It's a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer, and many of the ingredients are sourced from East Africa, which is where Sabrina is from. Individual prices range from $30 to $56 USD, with a bundle of all 3 for $123. And then they have, what's really neat is a mini travel set. It's like a try it set, all 3 products for $48, which I think is great. So you can kind of get an idea without going the whole way and getting all of the products for the $123. So another thing that they're doing is Sable Labs is working with local farmers to source natural ingredients. They've also partnered with B Corp certified companies on products and received the Butterfly Mark accreditation from Positive Luxury. I don't know what any of that means, but it all sounds really good on the surface. Products are packaged with PCR material. There's going to be refill options that are made of recycled materials. Those are expected in September. Next celebrity brand that I found out about was that Halsey may be launching another brand, and I'm very confused because the marketing of this new brand, which is called AF94, looks almost exactly like About Face. Like, it's weird. It's really weird because you would think, like, if she was going to start a new brand, it would be like skincare or something, like a different route, or hair care or something. I don't know, but it all looks like cosmetics. It's really weird. One of the questions that I had is, how do we know this is associated with Halsey? And part of it is that AF are Halsey's real initials. She was born in 1994, and when tagged in the post, About Face responded with like the eye emojis with the little like speak no evil monkey emojis. So there's definitely, well, it looks to be, I can't say there's definitely, but it seems to be a connection there, and it seems to be a general consensus in the comments that this is going to be another Halsey brand. I do really like the whole sneaking of the brand and how they're launching it, and kind of just leaving these breadcrumbs of these photos, and they open up to the photos being pasted in cities. I don't know if this is specifically New York City. It kind of looks like that to me. But I do like the marketing and the lead up to this, and I'm excited to see what it is, even though I don't really understand why it exists. Now we have two collaborations that I wanted to talk about, and the first one, it actually made me laugh. You know, I'm not the biggest Pete Davidson fan. I think he seems like a lovely human, but his comedy is lacking sometimes. I don't know, sometimes I think he's funny and sometimes I don't. But he is the new face of Manscaped, and I actually really thought that the ad that he did for it was very cute. It seemed very genuine, it seemed very off the cuff, and I enjoyed it. It's gonna be linked down below for you. But not only is he a brand partner, but now he is also a shareholder in the brand. And you may know he's dating Kim Kardashian, so I don't know how much the momager is influencing any of this. We're never really gonna know probably, but you know, I mean, Paul Tran, who is the founder and CEO of Manscaped, said that one of their core values is to, quote, not take ourselves too seriously. It makes our brand approachable and allows for authentic connections with our fans. And that's one of the reasons why they wanted to partner with Pete Davidson. Manscaped does plan to go public later this year. So if they were trying to make a buttload of money, this may be the time to get in on it. The other collaborator that I wanted to talk about was Alicia Keys. She is the newest Glam Bag X collaborator for Ipsy. Past people that have collaborated on a glam bag have been Patrick Ta, Khloe Kardashian, Halsey, Huda Kattan, and Addison Rae, all people with their own brands. It features in total 8 full-sized products with a value of $350 or more. It does cost $58 plus $2 handling, but you can't just order it. You have to already be some kind of glam bag subscriber. So it isn't just that. You have to order some of their other stuff, one of their other subscriptions as well. Included in the bag will be products from Beauty, Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, and of course, Keys Soul Care will be in there as well. 5 of the products are selected by Alicia Keys, and then the other 3 are going to be member chosen, so you'll have like a bank of things to choose from for your other 3 items. Alicia said about the collaboration, quote, I curated these offerings to serve as a treat for your hair, skin, body, and most importantly, your soul. The Glam Bag and Alicia Keys collection drops on August 1st, and members can reserve their spots for the limited edition run at ipsy.com/glambagx. Have you ever tried a Glam Bag X? Have you been happy with them? I've never gotten one. I have no experience with it, but I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. And for our last story, did you ever ponder? Did you ever wonder? Did you ever finish an eyeliner and say, wow, I wish I could plant this? No? Well, now you may think of it. Now that I've told you that, you may think of it, and there's actually an eyeliner pencil that when you're finished with it, you can plant it and it will grow wildflowers. It is a real thing. The brand is called Sprout. It is based in Denmark, and the guy who owns it now, he had actually found it on a Kickstarter and ended up taking it over himself just with regular pencils. It's actually kind of a neat story because there were these guys at MIT that were tasked with setting up like a futuristic classroom, and that was one of the ideas, was to have these pencils where when you were done with the pencil, you could plant the bottom and it would make a plant. So the guy that bought it, his name is Michael, he ended up selling a ton of these pencils in Denmark. So if you are in the UK, you are able to purchase these just outright from the website. But if you are outside of the UK, they are available on Amazon now. They're $16 for one eyeliner pencil, or you can get a duo for $29. And they all grow just wildflowers, which is kind of neat. It's kind of fun. It's a little gimmicky. I mean, you could go to the local Home Depot and buy a little packet of seeds if you really want some wildflowers, but it's just the point. I think it's kind of cute. I think it's a neat idea. Moving over to the product report, we have some exciting indie news from Terra Moons that they are now available on Amazon. So depending on how you feel about Amazon, this may be a good thing or a bad thing, but it is exciting for me to see indie brands growing and being available to more customers. Hipdot has really taken this My Chemical Romance thing very seriously. Their first release with My Chemical Romance, they really pissed off fans because they had a very limited number. They sold out almost immediately. They learned from that mistake, and I think they came out with another My Chemical Romance collection, and I think this is the 3rd one that they're coming out with. Or maybe the second one was just a relaunch of the first one. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, point is, they have a new collection that's launching. It's on pre-order right now. It is the Black Parade collection. The pre-sale does end on July 24th, so if you're interested, you want to hop on it now. The whole collection together is the only way you can get it. It's $74. And I don't know very much about My Chemical Romance, but I still think this collection looks really cool. So there is a custom CD eyeshadow palette where it actually looks like a CD. Check this thing out. And you open it up and the eyeshadows are like in a CD shape. It is so neat. Then they have a white body paint, and that's to make your own skull makeup look. There's the Mama lipstick trio and a limited edition enamel pin. So that's what you get in the PR box. If you want to, they also have a 4-pin set that is available for $28 on its own. Now keep in mind the estimated delivery date on this is December 22nd to January 31st of 2023. So if you don't want to wait that long, you know, just be aware when you order. Also, there's an additional $10 shipping within the US, and it's excluded from their deal that they have there where if you get $75 or more, you get free shipping. They're not doing that for this one. If you're a My Chemical Romance fan, I would imagine this is extremely exciting because it looks really cool from somebody that knows absolutely nothing. Speaking of Jen knowing absolutely nothing, BTS know absolutely nothing. I know some of you are huge BTS fans. Hi, Miranda. Just a little shout out. All right, ColourPop's BT21 collection. BT21, if you do not know, it is animated characters that were created by the K-pop BTS. The name BT21, fun fact, is a combination of the group's name, BTS, and 21st Century, because apparently it's symbolism for the band living for the next 100 years. I don't know, I read it on Wikipedia. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what Wikipedia says. So in the collection, there is the Bon Voyage 24-pan palette. It's $30. The lip oil, there's 3 different ones, $10 each. 7 different Super Shock shadows, $8 each. And then the full BT21 collection is $110. When I went to go film, they did still have about half the collection still available, including one of the bundle sets. So if you want it, hopefully it's still available for you. This next product I have seen all over my feed. People seem really excited about it because it does seem to be maybe a dupe for a Charlotte Tilbury product at a $14 price point. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. It does come in 8 shades. They say you can wear it all over, under foundation, or as a highlighter. When I went on there, only the fairest shade and the 3 or 4 deepest shades were still available, and they're only available to like their e.l.f. Members or whatever when you sign up with your email and everything. But they will be at Shoppers Drug Mart today, apparently, and then in August they're coming to Target. So even if you don't get it on this round, I'm sure they will still be around. Moving over to Sephora, there is a new Sephora Favorites kit, and I love these things for trying out new products at a lower cost. So if that's you and you like a glowy look, this might be for you. Sephora Favorites Gleamy Dreamy All Over Face Makeup Set, $40, 3 mini and 4 full-sized products. So we start with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Volumizing Mascara in black. That's a mini. Also a mini size, the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. That is very, very glowy. It's too glowy for me even to put under a foundation unless the foundation is very, very matte. It's very glowy, just as a heads up. The Refi Gloss Highlighter in Topaz, which is subtle golden undertones with a glass-like glow finish. That's also a mini size. And then for full-size products, we have the Tower 28 Bronzino Illuminating Cream Bronzer in Suncoast, which is a light bronze. A Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil, which can be used for eyes, lips, face, all of that. That'll be in shade 606, which is called Wherever Walnut. The ABH Brow Gel in Clear is in there. And then finally, the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Dip Clip-On Luminizer in Fenty Glow, which is a shimmering rose nude. Now, I have heard mixed reviews on those clip-on lip glosses, that they're just kind of, like they're supposed to be kind of for on the go, but if you're on the go and then you have to dip your finger in it, that's kind of gross. Like, so yeah, I've heard mixed reviews on those things. So my question to you is, do you think this would be worth it to you? I feel like if I didn't already have so much stuff because of me having a review channel, I might be interested in this. It is $40 and you do get 4 full-size products in there along with the 3 minis. So I don't know, it seems like a really good deal to me if you dig on those products. This is really cool because it's very rare I see a lip product that actually looks kind of different. And for me, this one, the applicator, the Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Forever Matte 24-hour long-wear liquid lipstick. 10 natural to red shades. They're $25 each. I bet this applicator works really, really well. Very, very smart. Almost looks like the doe foot's been cut, but it looks like it would be great just from looking at it. Another lip product coming from Urban Decay. Really excited to see Urban Decay lean into their lip products because those used to be really popular. This is called the Vice Lip Bond Glossy Liquid Lipstick. 12 natural and colorful shades. They're $25 each as well. And this is the thing, I looked at this right after I saw the Makeup Forever one and I immediately saw a penis. Now you're not gonna be able to unsee it. You're not gonna be able to unsee it now. Doesn't it? You have to admit, it does. I mean, it's probably relatively traditional applicator, but I can't unsee it now. But I do, besides that, I do love the metallic packaging. It is interesting to me how liquid lipsticks seem to be coming back after everybody was kind of like going away from liquid lipsticks pre-pandemic, and now it seems like liquid lipsticks are coming back a little bit. Patrick Ta Major Brow Defining Pencil, $25, 5 shades. The brow wax really did seem to be popular from him, so maybe people are thinking because the brow wax is really good that the brow pencil's probably gonna be really good too. Listed as coming soon on the Sephora website, Ilia Liquid Powder Eyeshadow Tint, $28. Now, they did have these already, but they were only in metallic. So what they've done is they've now made a matte formula that comes in 8 shades, and then they've added 2 more metallic ones. That's launching July 19th. Also coming soon, the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. This sounds awesome. All right, $58, 32 shades. The $58 does not sound awesome, but the description sounds nice. The Rouge preview is July 19th, and it's available to everybody on July 20th. They say it's a buildable medium coverage with a light diffusing effect for up to 16 hours. But this is the thing, I wasn't going to mention this part, but Julie from the Hunters Group, this is for you. Yes, it does say blue light protection on it. Yes, it's gimmicky. Yes, that's stupid. But beyond that, it does seem like a good formula. It does look like it'll probably be nice, and Hourglass usually does pretty well with their foundation formulas. So just be aware of the marketing BS, but beyond that, if you put the blue light stupidness off to the side, the rest of it looks pretty good. Thanks, Julie. The last thing I wanted to mention for Sephora that's coming soon is the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur Talc-Free Translucent Loose Setting Powder, $44, 3 shades. I do think it was really smart of them to come out with a talc-free version of their powder because their powder is very, very famous. A lot of people love it. Some people are allergic to talc, some people are sensitive to it. And thanks to documentaries like Not So Pretty, there are a lot of people who are afraid of using talc, even though it's very different putting, talc on your face versus putting it on your nether regions as baby powder for like decades. But I do have a video. If you're afraid of talc, I do have a video that I'm gonna link down below. Michelle from Lab Muffin Beauty Science really, really broke down that documentary very well from a scientific perspective, and I trust her with my whole soul. So I will link that down below if you want to hear a different perspective if you were scared by Not So Pretty and other clean beauty marketing. Now over at Sephora and Ulta, Too Faced Better Than Chocolate collection. So as you may know, Jared Blandino left the brand. He's no longer affiliated, and I think a lot of people weren't buying from Too Faced because Jared was involved, because people just didn't like him. They didn't like what he stood for. They didn't like actions that he had done in the past. So I do think that Too Faced has a chance to come back here, at least with the people that were upset with Jared. The collection that just came out, I think it's very smart. So they're playing off of the Better Than Sex and then their chocolate stuff. So the Better Than Sex liquid liner and chocolate, the lip injection maximum plump, and that is the chocolate plump, and it does have a chocolate scent, the natural chocolate bronzer in 2 shades, and then the Better Than Chocolate palette. Those are the ones that are available now. There's also the Cocoa Bold lipstick in 8 shades. That's listed as coming soon, which is kind of a bummer because I did a poll on my community tab about, should I buy this collection and review it? Are you interested in it? And 60% of people wanted some kind of review, 40% said no, but a lot of the comments were saying, I want to hear about the lipsticks and I want to hear about the concealer. And I was like, well, the lipsticks aren't available and I don't even know about some concealer because there's no concealers anywhere. And they were telling me that Trend Mood had put up swatches of some concealer that's coming soon. So I did end up purchasing one of each of the things other than the lipstick and the concealer because they're not available yet, but I am going to do the review. I hope I don't regret this. But we will see. Also from Too Faced, if you're not interested in any of that, they also released the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. It is available at Ulta now, but it said it was coming soon to Sephora, and it looks like it's more of like not quite as matte setting powder. Moving over to Ulta, just two brand launches that I wanted to talk about. First, from Physicians Formula, we do know that the big Pretty in Pink collection is coming, but we talked about it in a previous week, so I skipped that, but that is coming. But what did launch at Ulta this week is the Butter Believe It Pressed Powder and the Butter Believe It Blush. The powder has two shades, $12.99. The description makes it sound like a powder foundation because it talks about how it's buildable, but I wouldn't have thought that from the name, so I don't know what's going on there. And then there's the blush that has one shade, $11.99. Both of them have really, really pretty packaging. I love the beachy theme on them, but Physicians Formula is real back and forth as far as quality, so I don't tend to buy stuff from them. And then finally for the product report, Alma Beauty had another big drop this week. The Salute to the Sun collection, lipstick in 3 shades, the Nefertiti Kohl eyeliner in 3 shades, the liquid highlighter in 3 shades, the Drama Bomb mascara in 2 shades, and then a 10 shade eyeshadow palette, all available now. Okay, my friend, PR, purchase product of the week. I got a lovely PR box from Undone Beauty. I had tried some things that I had purchased from them before, was kind of like, about it. So I was actually really surprised they wanted to send me things because I was like, before. But I did try some. My favorite thing that I tried today for the first time was this. This is their Sunset Bronzer. I only used these 2 shades up here. That's what's on my cheeks. And I thought it went on very nicely, but first time I've used it, so I can't really speak to it. Because that was what was on my cheeks, I decided to use the bronzer on my lips. This is the shade Sangria, and I will swatch it for you so you can see. These are very wet bronzers, and this one is extremely orange, but I do like it as a lipstick. One thing that's neat about this formula is it feels kind of cool on the skin, which is refreshing for summertime, at least for me. And I do like that it gives just like a kind of a sheer look. I like the way that it applies. I did use 2 shades of their eyeliner today. I don't see any shades printed on here. It was probably on the outer plastic that I removed and threw away. But these are very creamy. Again, first time I've used them, so I can't speak to lasting power or anything, but they went on really, really nicely. I would definitely say they lean toward a little too creamy rather than a little too dry, but I will keep playing with these and keep you posted. On top of the bronzer, I did use their Big Papa Gloss in Passion Fruit. It does have a passion fruit scent, which smells really nice. That's what it looks like on its own, just a tiny, tiny bit of tint. Last thing from Undone I wanted to mention is the mascara. This is their Clean Lash in Very Dark Black. It didn't really do a whole lot. If you already have thick, full lashes, you'll probably love this. It definitely gave some length, not a lot of volume, maybe a little bit of volume. I would say mediocre length, mediocre volume for me. So if you're already one of those people, like maybe you wear glasses and you don't need a ton of mascara, this may be something you want to look into. But again, this is the first time I've used it. And just a quick shout out to my eyeshadow today. This was sent by Sigma. It's their Enchanted palette. One of the shades came broken, so it looks a little messy, but I used the shade, and the shade on my eyes today. Notable sales this week we have from LYS, 30% off site-wide for their friends and family sale. We have Alamar Cosmetics, 25% off their summer essentials, and Urban Decay up to 40% off of eye makeup. Whoa. And finally, our artist shout out of the week. Let me introduce you to Desiree. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly because usually I say that name Desiree, but it looks the way it's spelled to be Desiree, so that's the way I'm gonna pronounce it. Desiree 96, she was born in Ukraine and raised in Tanzania. She has over 500,000 followers on TikTok, but she only has 32,000 on Instagram, and I feel like she should have more for this level of talent. Absolutely incredible. So this first look is called Hoist the Colors. She does a lot of these super details, almost like aquatic reptilian looks. I don't even know how to describe it, but it is freaking beautiful. For this one, I especially love the contrast of the two sides. And I can't help but wonder if there's a bigger message here that she was thinking in her head, because this is incredible. Like I'm wondering if there's more to this than what she said in the caption that she was thinking. I don't know, but it's beautiful. Art's beautiful regardless. Second one is her Pride Month look. I just love that she stuck with her bubbly girly theme that she likes to do as far as her looks, but made it pride. Love that. The shading with the rainbow bubbles and the delicate little white flowers and the speckles paired with such a gorgeous blush and lip. I love it so much. And then the final one. This one doesn't have any kind of name on it. So I don't know if there's a reference here that I'm missing, like there may be something that she watches or knows that I don't know, but I don't think you need to understand any references to appreciate the artistry here. I love it so much. So this is my interpretation. Just looking at art, I don't know if this has anything to do with what she's actually thinking. So for me, this kind of looks like maybe sadness and the dark side of being royal. Like she's got this castle-like crown, and then she's painted on this formal collar, and then the black stripes that maybe could be tears. It has this like rough edge to it, almost like the red represents what people see, but then the black and gray represents like the hidden side of being royalty or being considered royal through fame, something like that. I could be totally off base on this, but Desiree doesn't say what it means, so I just went off with it on my own. I don't know. But isn't that what art's all about though? Isn't that what art's all about, to be able to look at something and find some kind of inner meaning to it? So that was where I went with it. I'd love to know what you think. I absolutely love looking at her art. I will leave her Instagram down below in case you love it too. And that, my friend, was what's up in makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, thank you as always to the What's in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you oh so very much. Our chat today will be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Hopefully you can make it. If you can't make it live, it is no problem at all. It is very easy to find. If you're subscribed, just go to your subscription feed. It should be right there. But if you're not subscribed, you can go over to my channel page, click on my videos, and then click on the video titled Live Chat. Thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help me out so much. And if you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple of videos for you right over here to watch. But if it is your time to go, it is no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you. And I will see you in a video very soon. Bye!